Hello and welcome to Categorical's pub quiz for the 11th of May 2018. This week we're going to be looking at succession, first letters and disease. This is quiz 15 plus, which means that it's not a new quiz. It's new to the internet, but it's not a new quiz. I've been far too busy and the pub that I do my quizzes at was not open, so instead of using a new one on you guys, I've gone back into the archives and fished this one out. But hopefully that goes okay. Hopefully it does. So, without further ado, let's show the rules slide. 24 points on offer. Standard stuff. Good luck. Upvote if you like it. And if you really like it, my Patreon is Categorical on Patreon. Alright. Question 1. In Greek mythology, who had the golden touch? And as a challenge, because back when I made this I was doing challenges not worth points on the slides as well, how did he get rid of the golden touch? Question 2. If the king at the top of this family tree dies and the crossed out people are already dead, who becomes the next monarch under the usual rules? That is, absolute primogeniture. Is A, the spouse of the eldest child, B, the grandchild of the deceased second child, or C, the youngest and only surviving child of the king? Question 3. How many kilometres long is the border between Russia and Norway? Is it A, 15 kilometres, B, 78 kilometres, C, 195 kilometres, or D, 319 kilometres? Question 4. As dog-like is canine and cat-like is feline, give the "-ine" words for any two of these animals. Wolf, horse, cow, fish, or lion. Question 5. Mr. Spock is one of the most iconic sci-fi characters of all time. He was created as part of the original Star Trek series in 1966. For the whole point, who created Star Trek? For half a point only, if you can't get the above, name the captain from the original series of Star Trek. Question 6. Handball has been an Olympic sport since the 1972 Games. A game of handball is played between two equal teams. Including the goalie, how many players from a single team are in play at one time? Yeah, I've butchered the wording on this one, I'll fix it. Question 7. Name the former dictator of Chile who died in 2006. He ruled for 17 years after overthrowing the democratically elected socialist president in a US-supported coup d'etat. And as a challenge, on what date did the coup occur? Question 8. This is a chemistry question. We are looking for the atomic number of magnesium. So, this is the top left of the periodic table. You can see hydrogen, the very topmost left, lithium, beryllium, and then we've got sodium, whose number is blacked out, and magnesium. We're looking for the atomic number of magnesium. Question 9. This is the anagram. We are looking for an athlete in the anagram hemp chills ape. Question 10. This is geography. All of these US states begin with the same letter. Which letter? And for 10b. All of the countries in red have capital cities that begin with the same letter. Which letter? Question 11. This is a very famous picture of a lady standing naked in a seashell. Tell me either who painted it, or the name of the painting. Either one. Question 12. Which of these major events of World War I occurred during 1917, that is 101 years ago? Is it A, the United States declares war on the German Empire? B, the Battle of the Somme begins? C, Britain's Gallipoli campaign against the Ottoman Empire begins? Or D, the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk is signed, removing Russia from World War I? When I originally wrote this question, it was 100 years ago, which is, you know, part of the reason why it was about 1917 particularly, but never mind. Question 13. Which river runs through Rome? Lots of cities are built on a river, so is Rome. Which river? Question 14. What year did all of the following events happen? In this year, the Space Shuttle Challenger disintegrates 73 seconds after launch, killing the 7 crew members. The FIFA World Cup is held in Mexico, where Diego Maradona scores the Hand of God goal. The Phantom of the Opera opens at Her Majesty's Theatre in London. The Statue of Liberty celebrates its centennial. Nintendo releases The Legend of Zelda in Japan. Lady Gaga, Megan Fox, Shia LaBeouf, Usain Bolt and Kit Harington are all born. What year? Question 15. This is the solar system. Which planet orbits the Sun on its side? This means an axial tilt of around 90 degrees. Question 16. What is the answer to this subtraction in Roman numerals? That is, this is one Roman numeral taken from another, and you must answer in Roman numerals. So we have MMCM LX XV II minus MC DX XI II. Question 17. In 1588, which country launched a large naval attack on Britain but was ultimately defeated? Question 18, the last of the singles. This film, later adapted as a musical, is set in the 1980s and follows a miner's son who wishes to become a ballet dancer. For half a point each, name the film and give the year ±1 in which this film was released. And this brings us to our 5-parter, which the theme is disease. So we have 19A, an ancient disease that has shaped human evolution, such as the development of sickle cell anemia. It is spread by mosquitoes and is treated using quinine. Which disease is it? For 19B, the Black Death is widely believed to have killed between 25% and 40% of the population of Europe between 1348 and 1350. The epidemic was made up of 3 forms of plague. Name any one of them. 19C. Caused mainly by dirty water, this disease has caused 7 pandemics since 1800. Which disease is it? 19D. What is the only disease ever to be eradicated from the human population? The WHO certified the global eradication of this disease in 1979. I believe we're getting close to eliminating guinea worm, but it certainly hasn't been WHO certified yet. 19E. In what year, ±2, did the deadliest influenza, that is flu, pandemic occur? And with that, we are on to Who Be Playing. And the Who Be Playing this week is We Are Young. I hope you've had a guess at everything. And then we'll carry on with the answers. So, question 1. King Midas had the golden touch, and he got rid of it by bathing in the river. It's actually because the whole story is an origin story for why you could pan for gold in that particular river. It's because Midas bathed in that river, so there's little bits of gold in the water. Question 2. If the king died, his grandchild by the deceased second child would become king. Question 3. The Russia-Norway border is 195 kilometers long. Question 4. The appropriate ein words are lupine for wolf, equine for horse, bovine for cow, piscine for fish, and leonine for lion. Any two of those. Question 5. Gene Roddenberry. The last name is sufficient, so Roddenberry. That would get you the whole point. For half a point, you could have told me it was Captain Kirk. Question 6. There are 7 players on each handball team. Question 7. Pinochet, or Augusto Pinochet. He took power in a coup on September the 11th, 1973. Question 18. The atomic number of magnesium is 12. Question 9. The anagram here was disguising Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time. I also believe that he goes for that hemp every now and again. Question 10. These states all begin with the letter M. They are Montana, Minnesota, Michigan, Maine, Massachusetts, Maryland, Missouri, and Mississippi. Question 10b, we were looking at capital cities, and these all began with the letter K. They are Kabul, Kampala, Kathmandu, Khartoum, Kiev, Kigali, Kinshasa, Kuala Lumpur, and Kuwait City. Question 11. This is The Birth of Venus by Sandro Botticelli. Question 12. The United States declares war on the German Empire on April 6, 1917. The other events all occurred in different years. The Somme was in 1916, Gallipoli was in 1915, and Brest-Litovsk was this year, 100 years ago, March 1918. Question 13. The river Tiber runs through Rome. Question 14. It was 1986 when Challenger disintegrated. Maradona scored the Hand of God. The Phantom of the Opera opened at Her Majesty's Theatre. And all that good stuff. The Legend of Zelda. Quite old now. Alright. Question 15. Uranus is the planet that orbits the Sun on its side. Instead of spinning around like a top, it rolls around like a ball. Question 16. This subtraction works out as shown. 2,977 minus 1,423 gives 1,554, which you write in Roman numerals as MDLIV. Question 17. It was the Spanish, so Spain, Spanish, because it was the Spanish Armada. Question 18. The film is Billy Elliot, and it was released in the year 2000, so half a point each for those two bits of information, and 2001 or 1999 are also accepted because plus minus 1. For our multi-part round then, we have diseases. The first one is malaria, spread by mosquitoes. The second one, the 3 types of plague were bubonic, pneumonic, and septicemic, in increasing lethality. The bubonic plague was the majority of it, with a mortality of 30 to 75%. Then in pneumonic was, a little bit rarer, but killed pretty much everyone that got it. And then septicemic was just, God has decided you will not live. And as an additional fact about plague, since this quiz was originally delivered in Norway, same as all of them. Norway lost 60% of their population to the Black Death, according to sources. For 19C, the disease caused mainly by dirty water that has caused 7 pandemics since 1800 is cholera. 19D, the only disease to be eradicated from the human population, certified eradicated in 1979, is smallpox, although since 1980 both the USA and Russia have refused to destroy the final samples of smallpox, so the virus does continue to exist in laboratories. And for 19E, we have the deadliest flu pandemic is the Spanish flu, 1918. So you can have anything between 1916 and 1920. It caused the deaths of 50 to 100 million people in the space of about a year, maybe 15 months, which is like 3 to 5% of the world's population at the time. The Spanish flu was seriously bad. And as I ruined halfway through the quiz, fun, we are young, we're playing. I will be putting a link to them along with my subscribe link here. Thanks for playing. I hope you enjoyed it. And I apologise for the roughness in particular of this video. I am actually filming this Friday morning before I go to work because I am super busy at the moment. I hope everyone else is having a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, except I don't have all of those buttons, but do the equivalent things, you know. Cheers.